Free Derek! Free my man Derek, boy. Free him, man. Dang. Welcome back to Hypno 313. You know, the George Floyd case, the Derek Chauvin trial. Man, oh man. So, he got sentenced, y'all. My man Derek, they sentenced him yesterday. They gave my man 22 years for doing his job. For doing his damn job. I don't know if anybody started a GoFundMe for this man, but he definitely needs a GoFundMe. It's ridiculous. He is another cop in Minneapolis, just doing his job as he was trained to put the knee on the back of the neck, as all Minneapolis cops were trained to in their training. It's even in the manual. It's bad when he do it because somebody overdosed in his custody while he does it. It's not his fault that George Floyd took too much fentanyl. If you put the knee on the back of someone's neck, it does not stop their breathing. I don't know who told you whatever else, but you can try it at home. Try it on somebody. Put your knee on the back of somebody's neck and ask them, can they breathe? They can be like, yeah, I can breathe perfectly fine. Like, come on, bro. What is y'all going for? They're going for more division, more black against white. They're trying to keep this race war going. Like, goodness gracious, God. They don't have nothing else better to do with the politics than make it about race. Don't make it about freedom. Don't make it about your rights. Don't make it about everybody coming together. Make it about race so we can divide the whole country. We can make them go against each other. Maybe we can start another civil war. Oh, yeah, that'll get them going. Because everybody knows, everybody in America knows this fact right here that I'm about to say. If Derek did not get, if his case would have got thrown out and he got no jail time at all, if he was found not guilty of all charges, Black Lives Matter and all their supporters would have flipped their lid. They would have destroyed everything in their hood because they're stupid. They would have destroyed everything. They would have tried to destroy everything. After they destroyed their neighborhood, they probably would have went on to the next neighborhood. They would have destroyed everything. They probably would have went to all the police precincts and burned it down like they did in Minneapolis. They would have, it would have been so much chaos and violence. And it all would have been under Biden. Because I guarantee you, if Trump was president, he would pardon that man. He would pardon that man. You know, he knows it would start chaos, but he knows that that man didn't do nothing. He needs to pardon him. If Trump becomes president, he needs to pardon him. That man does not need to do 22 years in prison for doing his job. For doing his job. I still can't believe that. For doing his job, what he was trained to do. Just because America and the rest of the world don't know about the Minneapolis training, putting the knee on the back of the neck, that's not his fault that you don't know about the training. So obviously it's gonna look like to the world that, oh my God, he's being extra, but they don't know. But that's how there was trained in Minneapolis. I don't know about other states, but in Minneapolis, this is how they're trained. Put the knee on the back of the neck. It does not stop the breathing. It does not harm the person. It simply contains the man. He's a big dude. Like, of course it's going to take 3 to 4 people to put him down, to keep him down. Even though he wanted to go on the ground. Did y'all forget about that? I want to go on the ground. I want to go on the ground. He asked to be on the ground. But he didn't want to go in the car where he was supposed to go. I have no pity or anything about what happened to George Floyd because he caused his own death. He took too much fentanyl. He got too hype with the police. panic attack, anxiety attack, whatever. Increased it with the fentanyl. Fentanyl will stop y'all heart. If you don't know, you can die one time, the first time, off fentanyl, off doing it. But people are still doing fentanyl, even though you can die off the first time you do it. Everybody's body reacts different. Guess this guy's body makes you feel like you, I guess the drug in general makes you feel like you can't breathe. Don't know why. But from what the stuff I looked up, it's like a shortness of breath, your heart races, and this is other symptoms that's just crazy. Like, why would you do a drug that has these type of symptoms? It's crazy. But I think fentanyl is a medicinal drug for some. I can't remember exactly what it's used for. It's something that I believe that they use for in the hospital for. But he don't deserve this time. He don't deserve none of this time that he's doing. Even though I heard and saw in Minneapolis that the prisoners only do 2/3 of their time, and the rest of their time they're doing parole, which is they're probably not going to give to him because he's Derek Chauvin, and it's a George Floyd case, and they're gonna do everything they can to make George Floyd look good, even though he made his life look horrible. You can't make a person look good after they die when their whole life was horrible, and then they didn't commit to anything to the community. He didn't do anything good towards the community. All he did was rob it and buy drugs from it. So, but y'all support a man that don't give a damn about a black soul, using him for Black Lives Matter. The world is so crazy that we live in today that they praising a drug addict criminal. Like, why? This man is burning in the depths of hell, and y'all celebrating him. Like, I don't know where he is. That's just my assumption of his life decisions. But I don't know. He was calling for mama before he died. He should have been calling for God. That's what we really need at the end of the day. His mama can't do nothing for him. God can do everything and more for you. But I'm guessing he didn't know that. It's just crazy how American news can take whatever they want and throw a spin on it, make you believe it. Like, it's over half of America really believe, no, I would say about half of America believes that he is guilty, believes that he was wrong for doing what he did, even though it was his job and what he was trained to do. He didn't do anything wrong or excessive or anything in intent. They really charged him with the intent to kill. So you telling me while Derek was on Floyd's neck, he was like, "Yeah, I'm killing this guy. I'm gonna stay on him till I kill him. I'm tired of him. I'm gonna just kill him now with my knee on his neck." Yep. This man has was it both hands? I think he had both hands in his pocket. One or both hands. If you trying to kill somebody, putting pressure on their neck, you gonna grab whatever's around you to push yourself down to put more pressure on them. You're not just gonna sit there all calmly like, yep. You're gonna try to put more pressure on their neck. You're gonna grab whatever you can, like what was by him, a car. He would have pressed on the car like that, like this. He would have pressed on the car upwards, whatever way, to push down on him. If that was his intent to kill him, his intent was to contain this man. Cause he's a drug addict, crazed up fentanyl guy. Like he's just twitching and won't stop moving. Like, he's a big dude. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed, that guy was pretty big. I think he was 6'4", 6'5". He was pretty big. He was pretty big. And to be hyped up off drugs is like a whole nother thing. Like, the adrenaline is pumping. Like, yeah, it's a whole nother extra strength. So I believe that Derek should be free. Derek should be 100% free. He did nothing wrong. All he did was his job. But as the world and America doesn't see it that way, they penalized him, made up charges that he did not do to make this man go to prison. Probably had a racist jury. So it was like, what's the point? What is the point? I don't even know what the jury looked like. That's just my assumption because they was really quick on the hearing, on the judging. Like, it wasn't it wasn't even a thinkable movement for them, and like they already had their mind made up before they even went back to the jury room to even decide. So, and those jurors made history with this case, because this is one of the biggest cases, and they messed it up by not. They probably got paid off to all vote not guilty. I mean, to all vote guilty, because I highly doubt that all of them really believed in their heart that that man was guilty, especially with the evidence proven. They had 2 autopsies. One saying that, the first one saying that nothing was broken, the trachea wasn't broken, nothing was broken, right? Then the second autopsy said that it was. But what happened to the first autopsy? So you can't trust the government. It's just, and the dude that did the second autopsy is a scheming ass doctor, and I do not trust him. I don't remember his name, but I just know that they use him a lot to do cover-ups. And I just don't trust the government. Like, that's just, I will never trust them, and will never instill faith into me or trust into me. They're too corrupt, and all they care about is their agenda and their propaganda and making money and exploiting things for their own personal gain. So I do not mess with the government at all. But that's just America that we live in. Government controls almost everything. So we just got to figure out a way how to be more free, or go to a state where you can be more free, where a governor is making it more free, like Texas or Florida, Georgia. Got to go to places like that, because this ain't working out for us. I live in Virginia, and it's a crappy place. So I guess that's it with the Derek case, man. I really pray for that man. I really pray that he gets out as soon as possible. He does not deserve to be in there for just doing his job. That is ridiculous. I do not agree with that. I am 100% against it. Free Derek! Once again, VENMO 313 signing out, saying peace and love.